Awesome. So welcome, Alexandra. Thank you so much for being here today. We're very lucky to have you joining our class and sharing with our class all about what FastStart is about at Durham College. I know you guys offer a plethora of services and supports for Durham College students who are looking to be entrepreneurs. So in this course here, we are coming up with a business idea, developing that business model, and that's what we're talking about this week, is coming up with that idea for a business. And then by the end of the semester, we're working through and we're pitching our business idea as if we were pitching it to the dragons in the Dragon's Den. So this course helps prepare us for creating businesses within the field of fitness and health promotion and wellness. So we're really looking forward to having you in the classroom today just to share what is available to students who are at Durham College.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited that I was able to come in and present to you guys and kind of give you a little idea about FastStart. There's a lot of people, some of us have heard of us, others you might have seen us passing in the hallways, but a lot of people don't know a lot about our services. And it truly is sort of the perfect complement to this course as well, like as you're describing it, because a lot of our services, they do help you build your business, and that's sort of the first part of it. But what I think is like our real gem and like our real value that we provide to students, obviously the structuring and that is very important, but we probably provide $10,000 to $15,000 worth of marketing services, like design agency services. Once you've sort of laid that foundation and made your business, or at least structured it out, like fleshed out the idea, that kind of thing. You meet with our student team and we do logos, we do branding, we do website design. We help you with social media content, with social media strategies, digital marketing strategies. So it really is like the perfect complement to what you guys are doing. So yeah, I'm super excited to be able to share our services with you guys. I will share my screen. Are you able to give me the?
Yes, let me just make you a co-host.
Perfect. I'll try to get through it quickly because I know you guys have a class to get to, but okay. It's just a quick little, like the gist of everything we do and our process.
I'm going to stop my share. Are you able to pull up now?
I am, yeah. Can you see that okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. It's a little blurred out, but we can just ignore that little bad resolution image. So I've essentially mentioned it already, but FastStart is a free program for students. So you can only be a current student with us to work with our services. We don't unfortunately work with alumni at this time. So as soon as you can get started with us is better, because I know some of us have pretty short programs. So yeah, the sooner you start working with us, the better. We help you start your business essentially from nothing, probably what you're similar to what you're doing in this course, from an idea to where we hope to get you is a full launch of your program, of your business, and get you actually running and going. So essentially you can go as quick as you want with it. You can take your pace, your own pace with it, but our goal is to get you to that launching point. And then if you're still a student at that point, we kind of help you with the runnings of the business. So we're a service that's available to you no matter what stage you're at in your business or what stage you're at in your program. So if anyone has passed by our space before, I would say we probably have one of the most awesome spaces on campus. We are going to be returning to campus in February. So our offices will be open Monday to Wednesday, which is super exciting because anyone who's part of our program is free to use our spaces when we're open. So if you just want to kind of come in, you want to brainstorm with some of our student team, or if you just want a space to do some work and work on your business or meet with clients, like it's free to use this space as long as you're part of our program. So it's definitely a selling feature of our program because I really love our space and there's always students in there working, and it's just a great environment to be in and work on your business. Ooh, there we go. So the best way I would say to describe what we do at FastStart, we provide training. So we'll have an online module that you'll have to go through called FastStart 360. I'll explain a little more in the next slide. You'll get mentorship. So we have faculty advisors that kind of have different specialties in different industries, different parts, different areas of business. So they'll help you throughout your process. We also obviously have the marketing team. So I say that's kind of like our student marketing agency that'll help you provide all of those things you need to launch. And then we also have added perks. So we have workshops that we run monthly. When we were in person, we have awesome networking events. And it's usually just it's a great network of people. So many of our advisors and the students that have been through our program, it's such an amazing network of people. So I say that tends to be like the biggest perk of being part of the program. You get to meet a bunch of cool, like-minded people. So that's definitely a big plus. This was the FastStart 360 module. So every student that enters our course, enters our program, they have to go through FastStart 360. So this is essentially a course that's available on DC Connect. You can take as long as you want to do it. You could do it in a weekend if you wanted to, but it's essentially working through probably everything that you're working through in this course, where it sort of breaks down the levels of your business that eventually gets you to that pitch, that final business plan. And then once you're there, then it's time to start working with the marketing team. Okay, let's start putting this into action. That kind of stuff. But yeah, we ask always that our students do this first, because that really is the most important part, right? It's nice if we have a brand and a logo and this and that, but if you don't know what your business does or who you serve or anything like that, right? It's kind of hard to start actually actioning your business. So that's always the first step. Again, this is sort of the breakdown of those modules. You'll have these modules that you complete. It's essentially like worksheets that you'll work through. It tries to explain as you go, but there's also checkpoints at each of the modules that you'll check in with an advisor, and you can ask them any questions you have, or they can work with you on anything that you're stuck, just to kind of help you keep moving through the program. So you'll develop that business model. You'll get into marketing and brand strategy, locking down the business plan, and then the e-commerce launch is that's where kind of all those services come in terms of the student marketing team. And anyone with questions too. I know I'm like flying through this stuff. If you have questions, like feel free to hop onto mic and interrupt me. It doesn't bug me at all. I just can't see the chat if there are questions, but there will be time for questions after too. So if anyone has any, again, feel free to just jump on. So these are the faculty advisors that I mentioned. We have Jay, Sarah, Chris, and Danielle. They all have different specialties, whether it's on the business side of things, engineering, product development, digital marketing, journalism. So like storytelling and brand story. Danielle is really awesome. So we have a really nice bunch of advisors that can kind of help you no matter where you're at in your business. There's advisors that can help you. These are some of our past clients. So I know you guys are in the health industry. So we have had a trainer just recently, JKT. So that was Jonathan. I don't think he went through this program. He might have actually been a social worker. So this was kind of his side. He was actually a basketball trainer. So we developed his shop on Shopify. We helped him develop his brand. We actually helped him do photography and video for it. So it's a really, really fun brand. And like, he's a trainer, but also part of his business is merchandise. So he does like hoodies and t-shirts and things like that, that a lot of the people he trains, purchase and wear. So it actually makes for great photography for his business. So they kind of go hand in hand. So even though he's doing things on that, like he's a trainer, he's kind of figured out different ways to monetize certain things outside of just training, which I'm sure you guys are working on too. So yeah, a bunch of eclectic groups of businesses. Like there is no rules to what your business can sell or what service you can provide. We help everyone. So like from food trucks to artists to photographers to coaches. New studio down there is an arts collective. So she's actually a studio for student artists to be able to sell their work online without being charged a ton of money, like on Etsy or things like that. So it's like, there's little things, right? If you come to us with an idea, we really will help you develop it. Don't worry about having everything figured out. That's sort of where we kind of come in and help. This just gets into our streams. So we have different project streams, and this tends to confuse people. So I would say don't worry about this too much, just because we have different programming for different types of businesses. So because every business isn't going to be exactly the same in how you structure it, or the goals aren't always going to be the same. So they do require shifts in the program that you're going to do. Shift is one that's focused on social entrepreneurship. We work really closely with the Enactus team that I'll mention just after this. And they focus on social enterprises. So your business is trying to make profit, but at the same time, solve a social, environmental, economic issue at the same time. So that's kind of like, I want to say that's like our bread and butter a little bit. So if you're looking to have that type of business and you want it to be profitable, but you also want to do good, that's like where our magic happens. We have our advisors who are really well versed in the social enterprise world. So that's kind of a big element for us. And of course, when that goes into structuring your business, it's okay, how can I structure it to make money, but at the same time, I'm solving some sort of issue. So that's why it's a difference in programming a little bit. And then we have Food Foundry. So if you're planning on making any sort of foods at all, like you're trying to make prepared goods, if you want to, we had Thompson's Tasty Treats. She did like healthy pastries, healthy desserts, that kind of stuff. So of course, with having a food business comes its own regulations, its own challenges. So there's different programming for that. Then eShop. So anyone that provides their products or services online, that's one that can benefit really well from our services, because most of the stuff we do for people is setting them up online and making sure that you can be profitable online. Maker to Market. I like to describe this as like the side hustle program. So people who usually have passions or things they like to do and create outside of, maybe even like your career, it's just something you do. Maker to Market is a great stream for sort of bringing what you do and love and actually making some money off of it, setting up your store, setting up your brand. So it becomes like a little graduated side hustle. Yeah, and then Fast Tech. So anything that's in like product development, anything that's in software development, in that world, we also have a stream for that as well. So just quickly, I feel like I probably described this a bit, but our process would be, if you want to get started with us, the first thing we do is an intake form. So it's just a quick form that you do online, saying that you're requesting, interest in our services. We'll set you up to do an orientation. It's just a quick half-an-hour orientation that you'll most likely do with me. And then we'll get you started with FastStart 360. So within 2 days of filling out the intake form, FastStart 360 should show up on your DC Connect. And then as you work through that, again, like I said, as long as you want to take to do that, or as quick, especially if you guys have already developed something in your classes, you'd probably be able to whip through that program, right? Or even if you come to us in the orientation and said, hey, I took this class, I've done this work. Sometimes we kind of bypass you past FastStart 360 just because you've already put in the work, you've already structured out that idea. Okay, now it's time to start actioning it. So there's some flexibility there, but we'll get you connected with advisors and coaches that fit your business and sort of where you're at. And then you also get connected with our marketing team. So our designer, web designer, our social media person, our photographer and videographer, and they'll kind of assess what you need to get started. And you just start working on from there. And then eventually you get to your launch. So when your website or whatever it is you need to be ready to launch, that'll be ready to go. All right. So looking to the spring, returning to campus, like I said, February, Maker to Market program. So we actually run sort of a Maker to Market intensive. So if you want to, or you're interested in that, if you Google us, you actually can see that our Maker to Market program, you can register for it. And essentially what it is, it's 6 to 8 weeks, and it's like a sprint, basically. So if you need help being accountable, or you just want to hurry up and get it done already because you've been waiting too long and you have some of the parts, Maker to Market is really good if you're looking to sell a product that you make online. From start to finish, it helps you build your business, plan it all out, brand, market it, create your online store, and you're ready to sell by the end of the 8 weeks. So that one's a really fun program for people, and it's super helpful if you kind of need that little push to get things done, because it's easy for us to take our time with things because life gets busy. But yeah, it's a good program. We also have the Start Market. That's a new initiative by FastStart. It's essentially an online market where we have all of our students, all of our past students, so alumni are able to use this service as well. And it's just a hub of students and their businesses and all the products they sell. And it's essentially just a lead through that goes to your site when they go to purchase one of your products on the market. And then we have New Skills Workshop series. That was like the workshops that I was telling you guys about. Again, those are available through FastStart at Durham College online. You can kind of see the different workshops that we do. They might be nice additions if you're not quite ready yet to enter our program, but you're working on the steps through this course. New Skills Workshops are really cool because they're sort of all workshops that are related to building your business. So sometimes there's little things that aren't always covered, right? So we'll have workshops on actually developing social media content, developing like actual good video content for your business, or naming your business. So different things like that we'll kind of get a little bit more of intensive on that might not always get focused on when you're structuring out your business. And then last is Enactus regional competitions. So I don't know if anyone has heard of Enactus, but essentially it is a network of students. I'll kind of go through to it. And we all work together to work on social enterprise projects. And then we go and compete against other schools and universities each year. So we are a team of students that are from so many diverse programs that come together, and we build these actual businesses that are solving actual problems. And then we go and put that all together into an amazing, super dramatic competition video that we put together. And then we go and compete against other schools that are doing similar awesome things. So it's probably one of the best experiences I had as a student, just meeting such amazing people, but also learning how to build businesses and what goes on in making like actual change. So it's a really good group, and it's something that if you're just trying to dip your toe in the water of entrepreneurship without really, going for the business yet, this is an awesome opportunity to be part of a team of people who are looking to do the same things. So yeah, that's kind of my spiel on everything FastStart and Enactus. If you guys have any questions at all, I can put links in the chat. Maybe if you want to reach out, or if you have questions now, I'd love to hear them. I don't know if I can see the chat either. Let's see.
I think you covered a lot of really great information there, Alexandra. So thank you so much. Again, I just want to reiterate to students, this is a free program for you. So if you are looking to be an entrepreneur yourself, whether that is something related to fitness, related to health, related to wellness, or even if you have a side passion project as well, maybe it's not quite linked to fitness and health, but if you have a side business that you're interested in launching, this is an opportunity for you as a student at Durham College. And like Alexandra said, it's not offered to alumni. So if it is just even an idea at the back of your head right now, this would be a great opportunity to start looking into the FastStart 360 course. Maybe it is something that you want to take advantage of while you are a student at Durham College.
Yeah, I would say that the same thing. Like it's a very welcoming environment as well. Sometimes people get spooked by entrepreneurship because we can tend to be intense people, and the idea of entrepreneurship is very intense, and it's, that whole wake up at 5 a.m. grind mindset, but it's not necessarily the group of people we are. So it's it's a very welcoming environment. If you just have ideas, we welcome any and all ideas. Don't feel like you have to come to us with something structured, because that's what we're there for. You just need to want to have a business, and you'll get good things from this service. So yeah.
Did anyone have any questions specifically for Alexandra before we let her go this morning? Are you able to share your slides with me, and then I can share those with the students as well?
Yeah, of course. I'll send you the slide deck.
Awesome. And then I can post that to DC Connect.
Okay, perfect. No problem. And then there'll be, I think there's emails and stuff like that in there as well, but I can send you in the email a couple of links. So if anyone wants to reach out to me, if they want to reach out to Enactus, you have that opportunity. And I'll also have the link to the intake form or orientation sessions if you do want more information and you're not quite ready to do an intake form. You could always come to an orientation and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking. Does this make sense for me? So yeah.
And that FastStart 360 course too is not something that you need to do for this course. This is something separate. This is something additionally you can sign up for if you're looking to launch your own business. And the way it's set up is it can actually get added to your DC Connect, and you can go through it at your own pace using the DC Connect platform. Yep. All right, well, thank you, Alexandra. Thank you for all your information and your time this morning.
Thank you for having me. Have a good class, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right, well, thank you to Alexandra for coming today. It is really important to know what is available on campus to all of you. So this course, we are talking all about marketing and entrepreneurship. So actually walking through taking a business idea and seeing where we can take it. What do we need to do to start a business? And sometimes we look at entrepreneurship as being very overwhelming, right? We talked about last week how if you want to be a personal trainer as well as a business owner, all the different hats you have to carry, and how that can be a little bit intimidating and definitely overwhelming. So if we take a step back and we kind of walk through step by step, it's not so overwhelming. And that's what we will do through the first half of this course is we start looking at a business model. And then we start looking at a business plan and going step by step, piecing together a puzzle to create a business. And in this course, your group assignments will be walking you through starting a business. So this week is all about creating your business idea. Last week, you started networking and talking with your classmates to see who you want to work with. Now that you have that group, now this week is all about coming up with your business idea, which is your business model. So you had your recorded lecture for this week. It's a nice short one because we cover a lot of information today in our synchronous class. And I have recorded today's lecture, so you do have access to the guest speaker, Alexandra from FastStart. So we will go through some information together this week. Last week, again, we talked about the roles of fitness and health promotion professionals. We talked about the scope of practice when it comes to working as a personal trainer, what you can and what you can't do. And we talked about those ethical responsibilities, both if you're working in a fitness facility, but also for yourself as a trainer, if you're part of somebody else's organization, business, having your own ethical framework that you work within. Then we got into where trainers work, and we looked at 3 areas specifically. So there's 3 chapters in your textbook that cover each area here. Working as a personal trainer in a fitness facility that's run by a business, by somebody else, you're working for someone else. Or working as a self-employed personal trainer, which sometimes can be how a business sets up their personal trainers. So you are coming into a fitness facility and training clients there, but the way you are paid, the way you're taxed, you are a self-employed trainer. Then looking at being a personal trainer as well as an entrepreneur. You're that facility owner, you are a business owner, and all the different hats that you have to carry, being a manager, an accountant, handling marketing, looking at different revenue streams. And Alexandra gave a really good example of that basketball trainer who also has the merchandising piece with it. He's selling the clothing, which is bringing in an additional revenue stream. But it's also at the same time helping him market his company. People are going to see his clients out in the community wearing his shirts, wearing his hoodies, and they'll start talking about that business. That's another form of marketing and word of mouth to get the information about your business out to the community. So the recorded lecture this week talks about a business model. So looking at your idea for your business. And this is what you really need to focus on this week in preparing your elevator pitch assignment. You're talking about identifying who your customer is, who you're looking to serve. You're defining your market, who you want to reach. So you've found that your customer has a problem and your business is offering a solution to that problem. You're starting to look at some of the industry statistics, look at what other kind of businesses are out there that offer a similar solution or a similar line of product to what you are coming up with as your business idea. We define what is the difference between a business model, so your idea, versus your business plan. And we're going to get into more detail on what is included in a business plan within the next few weeks. The business plan can be overwhelming. It's that document that goes through step by step how you are creating your business, looking at financials, looking at that accounting piece and how much capital you're going to need, what's your management strategy going to look like, how are you going to market your company and get that information out to your target market and get that information out in the community. And then FastStart is one of our topics this week as well, which Alexandra gave us a great introduction to what FastStart is and how it can be a benefit to you. So that FastStart 360 course that she was speaking about is not something that you need to enroll in for this course, but it's something that you have the opportunity to do if you choose so. If you have a business idea, if you are thinking about being an entrepreneur, this is an excellent resource for you. Like she was saying, it can cover $10,000 to $15,000 of resources. So in this course, we talk about your strengths. We talk about when to pull in the professionals. If you need some accounting help, if you need help from a graphic designer when it comes to branding, if you're looking to pull in a photographer or videographer when you're starting to create content for your website or your social media platforms. So that's something that is a benefit to you. So we will talk today about your product when it comes to this course. And with this course, we are going to stay in the realm of health and fitness. So this week, you're starting to develop that elevator pitch, your business model for a fitness related product or service, or health related or wellness related product or service. If you're looking to launch some boot camps, or if you're looking to launch a new yoga mat product, you have the creativity and freedom to choose what is your passion. What are you passionate about when it comes to creating this idea for a business? So your business model essentially is that idea, but it's also the mechanism on how your company is going to make money, how your company, the mechanism it's going to use to generate a profit. At the end of the day, a business does need to make a profit, and we will get into more profitability closer to the end of the semester. This week, I really want to focus on your idea. So you're coming up with an idea for your business, and that's what you're going to be pitching through your elevator pitch, which is only that 30 to 60 second video that you're going to create and send the link to me for in the Dropbox. So you're identifying that there's an opportunity. You've recognized that there's an opportunity to create something, a product or service that's helping to solve a problem that your customer has. You've identified who your customer is. Start thinking about the demographics of your customer. Are you looking at children? Are you looking at seniors? Are you looking to focus on women's health? Where do you think your customer is located? Look at location, gender, age, and start kind of making a definition for who you're looking to target for your product. Your business is helping to solve a problem, and this is your ideation. The idea is that ideation for your product and coming up with the idea of how you're solving a problem. And then you're looking through developing your solution. You're looking at testing that product, coming up with ideas. And what's important to know is your initial idea that you come up with this week can change. And we'll talk in a few weeks about how you redefine your business model. When you start walking through and going through all the exercises and assignments this semester, you might start to change your idea slightly, how you started with something. And as you're going through and looking at potential solutions and looking at the industry statistics and what else is out there, you might start to tweak your idea a little bit, and that's okay. So your idea for your business and your elevator pitch is going to be something related to the health field, related to fitness or related to wellness for these assignments this semester. So this week, it's kind of like you're walking yourself and your group through an ideation workshop. And the whole idea of an ideation workshop is to share ideas, spark conversation with one another, throw around some ideas on what you want to do as a business. As business owners, what is your passion? And maybe some of those conversations you can start with each other revolve around, why did you choose to take the fitness and health promotion program? What are you passionate about? Where do you see yourself working? Are you more interested in powerlifting and starting your own fitness facility? Or are you interested in starting your own yoga studio or launching a yoga mat type product? Do you have a passion for working with kids? Do you want to run a kids boot camp that's all fun and games to promote physical literacy amongst children? Maybe you have a passion for seniors and you want to look at a falls prevention program and launching a service to help people living in the community to reduce falls amongst seniors. So start thinking about your passion, talking about your passion, and then that'll help lead you into identifying a problem that you want to solve. Maybe you notice kids aren't active enough. They haven't spent much time outdoors. They've been on doing virtual school and stuff like that. Maybe you want to launch an outdoor boot camp program for kids for the summertime. So you're trying to find a problem to solve. And then how are you going to solve that? What's your business going to look like? How are you going to kind of structure it and get that idea out to your customer? So that's kind of the steps you want to start taking early this week to help prepare you for this elevator pitch. You're walking through your group through that ideation workshop, talking about the opportunity recognition, talking about who your customer might be. What's the age category? What's the gender or location? Who your customer is going to look like, and how you're going to help them to solve the problem you've identified. Then you're going to start working on the business model idea and developing that solution and what your business is going to sort of look like. So that good idea when it comes to a business model should solve a problem. You want to think about good design and you want to think about how you'll market this company, this business idea to your target customer. You want to provide a value, something of value to your customer. It's something that they're missing or it's a need for them. And we'll talk more about creating value for your customer later on this semester. And it should be an opportunity to help to improve somebody's health, improve their fitness level, improve their wellness. So you're looking at creating that opportunity to help improve somebody's health. So we do want to define what a business model is and then what a business plan is. So the business model is your idea, which is what we're talking about this week. The business plan is what we're going to talk about a little bit further down the road. The business model will be the mechanism through which the company generates profit. And really the business model is the what your business does, what it looks like, what it's offering. Whereas your business plan is that document that presents the company's strategy and also the financials of the company. Talking about your break-even point, talking about capital. So really it's the how your business is going to function, how you're going to create your business, looking at financial plans, looking at management plans, really the how of how your business is going to function. So we will get into the business plan in a couple weeks' time. This week, we're just focusing on that business model idea. So your business model is your elevator pitch. It's this week, you're focusing on that 30 to 60 second elevator pitch that will be due next Thursday, February the 3rd by midnight. So this assignment is that short video worth 5% of your final grade. We will have an assignment related to today's presentation on FastStart, and that'll be a reflection assignment that'll be due a little bit later on in February in week 6. Then we'll have our test following that. Then we get back into our group assignments. So your competitive analysis is starting to look at this business model, this business idea you're coming up with this week. And then you're starting to look at what's the competition out there. What other companies are out there that offer a similar solution or a similar product to what you are offering, and looking at their price points, their specific services that they're offering. And then we'll get into creating some content on social media. You'll look at social media platforms, choose a social media platform, and start marketing your business idea using social media. Then your last assignment is this Dragon's Den pitch that you are pitching your business idea to the dragons and looking for investors to invest in your company. So all of the group assignments this semester really help prepare you for that final pitch. So you'll have all that information and you're just putting it into a creative, engaging presentation in a video format that we'll share in the last 2 weeks of this course. So here we are, we're in week 3 now, talking about your business model. So creating this business idea, and we had FastStart come into our classroom. Next week, we'll start getting into looking at the specifics of a business plan and how to write a business plan. So chapter 5 helps assist you going through each section that should be included in a business plan. Then we'll get into more of the specifics of starting a business. Whether you're having to go to a Service Ontario to register your business. Do you need a lawyer to help register and get your business started? Are you looking at a sole proprietorship or partner company? So we'll get into more of the specifics on how to launch a business and your mission and your vision. So really what you envision for your company. Then we're going to come back to this business model idea, because sometimes we start with this idea and we start going through the specifics of it. And as we learn more about it, we start to tweak it. We start to change it a little bit and redefine it into a better version of your idea you've initially come up with. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on in February. Then we'll get into some competitive analysis and prep for your test. That'll be after the reading week. The second half of this course, we'll talk more about the marketing piece and profitability and some accounting. So we'll do a little bit of math, not too much so. So let's talk about this elevator pitch assignment that's due next week. So the idea behind this pitch is that you are in an elevator. So pretend you're in this elevator, you've been hired for a large investing firm, and you have a new and exciting idea for a company that you've come up with your group. You happen to meet the CEO in an elevator, and you have 30 to 60 seconds in that elevator ride to pitch your idea. Your goal is to provide a concise description of your business idea that gives them all the base information that they need. You capture their attention and you leave them excited and inspired to hear more about your business. The overall goal of an elevator pitch is to spark enough interest in your company that you can quickly and effectively get your idea into the next meeting with potential investors. Later on, you're going to use this pitch to help you create your business plan by providing more detail then. You and your partner or your group are creating a 30 to 60 second video, 1 to 2 minutes for a group of 4 people, so that everybody has a chance to speak. You're going to submit the video recording link to the Dropbox in DC Connect under assignments. You don't need to submit anything in writing, it's just the video. So if you want to upload it to YouTube, send me the YouTube link, and that is your submission for this assignment. You will be marked on your ability to convey the following information that we'll see on the next slide in an exciting and motivating manner, and you will be marked on your creativity, enthusiasm, and your communication skills. Feel free to use personal stories in this pitch. Use demonstrations or any way that you feel is appropriate to portray the information about your product or the service you're creating. Include all the information about your pitch and your company to receive full marks, and we will look at the rubric today as well. This will be marked out of 10 marks and worth 5% of your final grade. This elevator pitch should be an original idea related to the health and fitness or wellness industry that's going to serve a value to your customer in helping them promote their fitness, improve their health, improve their wellness. And it will be due next week, February 3rd by midnight. So your pitch should include the name of your company. We're going to talk about naming your company in a few weeks' time, but if you have a general idea for your company name, we can talk about how you come up with a company name later on. But you should be including the name of your company, the problem you are trying to solve, the solution you are proposing to solve for that problem you've identified. You're going to describe the product or the service you have come up with, and you're going to describe your target market, and that's your customer. Who's your customer going to look like? Who are you marketing your business to? Start talking and thinking about some marketing strategies on how you're going to reach your target market. Talk about what's going to set you apart, what makes your company unique from other companies that might have a similar product or service that are already up and running. What are the outcomes? What are the benefits that your company is providing to your customer? Is it improving their health? Is it improving their wellness? Improving their level of fitness? So be creative in it. Share your ideas and really share and promote what makes it unique and how it's going to benefit your target customer. So here is your rubric. So the required information that we just talked about, if you include all of the requirements listed above for the business model, you'll get full marks, all 3 marks there. Your pitch should be creative and offer some inspiration. So your pitch is very creative, shows a high level of excitement and passion, leaves the listener inspired to hear more. That will be worth 3 marks. When it comes to your communication skills in your business model, your elevator pitch, you should be maintaining eye contact with the camera, be clear in your speaking, have enthusiasm and confidence in your elevator pitch, pronunciate, and always be clear as well as concise with what you're saying. And your voice should be audible all of the time to receive the full 3 marks. Then your last mark is if your video falls within the appropriate timing. Video submission is 30 to 60 seconds for a 2-person group, or it can be 1 to 2 minutes for a group of 3 to 4 people. So nothing longer than 2 minutes. And that's worth 1 mark. So a total of 10 marks. And that rubric is also on DC Connect for you as well. So next week, we will get into more specifics when it comes to starting a business. We're going to look at defining the components of a business plan and looking at each sections and how you're going to divide that business plan, looking at the executive summary, starting to talk about finances, what your financial goal and financial plan might be, and looking at how you'll help use that business plan when it comes to providing your final culminating project at the end of the semester. So chapter 5 is a great resource from your textbook, and your textbook is written from the perspective of an entrepreneur who is looking to launch his own fitness facility. So he does go step by step throughout the textbook on ways to help support fitness entrepreneurs. Any questions? We covered a lot of topics today in class, as well as what Alexandra shared with us. What are your questions when it comes to the assignment? Do you all have your group members now? How can I help support you in getting your business idea rolling and into an elevator pitch for next week? So we do have just about 10 minutes left in class together. I will leave it open if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Now is your time to connect. Connect with one another. You can use the chat box. You can also use the discussion boards in DC Connect and get rolling with some ideas for your group assignments.
Professor,
Yes.
I am having some issues choosing a group.
Okay.
So I would be really appreciated if you can guide me and help me in that.
Of course. If you want to just send me an email, and then I can connect you with a few others that might be looking to add a group member or are looking for a member as well.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
No problem. So just a reminder as well, we do have recorded lectures each week for this course. So you will find those posted on DC Connect. It's a good idea. This course is set up from 8 a.m. to 11. So if you can go through that recorded lecture before we start class at 10, that will be a great benefit. And then we can kind of elaborate and share more ideas. And we will get into some discussions and use some breakout rooms later on this semester to really help prepare you on looking at SWOT analysis and getting into some great exercises to help you when it comes to starting a business.